Hello and welcome to Truckers World for another video. This one I think you're really going to like, very informative, especially for new drivers out there. I had my first breakdown. In fact, I've had two of these happen to me now. And there is maybe a connection, which I'm going to go into a little bit later on in this video. However, let's get right to it. Class 1 breakdown this is. And it is to do with the air sushis, if I'm saying that correctly. I just call them air pipes, to be honest, but the professionals call them sushi pipes or whatever it is. Anyway, basically one of them snapped. Simple as that, really. So, let me go through what happened, first of all. And this has happened twice, but let me go through the first one first. So, on the way to a particular place, I've taken a slightly wrong turn on my sat nav. Easy thing to do. Anyway, I found a place just down the road, literally, like the entrance to a farm. It's quite a wide area on the left-hand side. So I thought easily I can swing around there and go back on myself, which I did. Now, that's where I think it was quite a sharp turn. Not massively sharp turn. I wouldn't say I jackknifed it or anything like that. It was quite sharp, you know, quite a big U-turn. But again, I didn't think anything of it. Got to my place of venue. I started doing a reverse into a bay. It again was quite a tight turn because there was trailers on both sides, and the way these bays are, they're the ones where they're close together. So it's actually not onto like a bay itself, but on like a parking space. As I've been doing the manoeuvre, quite tight, that's when something's gone, literally like that, and it was the red pipe or red sushi that snapped off. Literally, rubber part completely snapped off, and that's what's happened. I've had to get rescued. Didn't take too long. Not too much dramas really. So that was the first occasion. The second occasion was again I had to do a U-turn. This time it was in a yard. Now normally there's a little bit more room to do this U-turn, but on this occasion there was a bit of a skip in the way. It's quite tight turn, and it really did feel like quite tight on this one. And as I was turning, one of the, I forget the actual name to be honest, but it's the electrical cables, one with the pin in. So it's like a dual one on the back of the trailer. You plug the pins in for the electric, but I think they feed the ABS as well, apparently. Anyway, one of those has clipped out the socket. It's actually not split, it's actually popped out the socket of the back of the tractor unit. I had to get rescued with that. Again, it was fine, no dramas. So, it does happen. Contrary to my belief, I spoke to a Class 1 driver many moons ago, and he said that no, these things don't snap. They're designed to go really flexible, and it's happened kind of twice. Why has it happened? Could it be the actual wagon that you're driving? I drive an Iveco, maybe. It might depend on the actual unit itself, whether it's good quality or not. Potentially, you know, maybe when you're U-turning too much, and if that cable is slightly weak, certainly on that first occasion it happened, that's probably what it was. It probably was a little bit weak, and obviously a little bit of a turn, and it's weakened it even more. That's personally what I think. On the second one, it happened while I was actually doing the U-turn, and maybe I probably U-turned it quite a lot, probably too much really, thinking back now. Even though I felt at the time I had no choice. Maybe there was another choice. Maybe I could have got into a certain area and then reversed back. Potentially that's what happened. But it's happened. Something that I learn off now. So now when I do U-turns, I do try to not turn as harshly. But I am quite paranoid. And really, you know, in general terms, you know when you're really turning on a U-turn. And that first occasion definitely wasn't a particular sharp U-turn where I thought, right, I'm really stretching it here. The second one, maybe, but still, you don't expect them to split. So it does happen. For new drivers out there, this kind of thing can happen. So just be aware. My tip would be simply, obviously, being aware of how much U-turn you've got to do. And when I U-turn now, I try and obviously, I U-turn it a little bit, then I let some of the steering off, straighten up a little bit, and then U-turn again, just so I'm not literally jackknifing it, if you understand that. For the more experienced drivers out there, I'm sure they've got many a story to tell. Any tips as well from those guys, hey, bring them on, because I'll happily read those as well. But I just thought I'd share it today. It's happened to me twice. And also, actually, it did happen on another occasion, but it didn't split. Now, this one, I couldn't find any excuse for it. I just think it was weak. Suddenly heard some seeping while I was driving along at traffic lights. Got back to the place, you know, my yard, got back there, and when I stopped the wagon and restarted it again, you know, at the gatehouse, it suddenly, that was it. It wouldn't, you could hear it seeping, and somehow it would split or it was loose. But that might be another issue. But it does happen, it's out there. Fortunately, on my occasions, they've happened in safe places. I couldn't imagine them happening on a roundabout, on a major A road, and you simply being stuck, because when it does happen, the tractor unit, your whole wagon will just simply stop. The trailer brake goes on, psst, that's it, you can't move it. You can try and put the trailer brake back on, or take it off in this instance. However, that's not going to work. It's a safety procedure. Everything goes on standstill. You cannot move the vehicle. It's as simple as that. So just be aware of that. Anyway, I'm going to leave it for now. Comments, bring them on. New drivers, experienced drivers. I want to know if this has happened to you. What have you done about it? Has it been worse than that? Has it happened on the road? What can we do to avoid this kind of thing? Etc, etc, etc. Right. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll be on for another video very soon. So keep tuned. Keep on trucking.